Welcome. Let us journey back to the ancient Chola kingdom, to a village called Nandanar. Here lived a man whose heart was a temple, even if society kept him outside its gates. This was the story of Thiru Na Aipvr, also known as Nandanar. His skin was the color of the earth he worked, and the world had drawn harsh lines around his life. But his devotion knew no boundaries. His soul was utterly surrendered to the great Lord Shiva. You could see it in his eyes as he worked. A deep spiritual fire always gazing toward the distant shimmering temple tower. Though he lived on the margins, Nandanar's service to the divine was second to none. He dedicated himself to supplying the temple, providing the sacred strings for its musical instruments and the pure cow dung needed for holy rituals. His hands were calloused from labor, but his work was an offering, a prayer in motion. All he ever wanted, the single burning desire of his heart, was to one day stand before his Lord and see his divine form with his own eyes. He dreamed of visiting the magnificent temple at Chida, the heart of the Saviite world. But the rigid rules of his time forbade him from even dreaming of entering. So every single day he would walk to the edge of his village, stand at the boundary he could not cross, and weep. His heart ached with longing, and he would whisper to himself, "Not Aipvr. I will go tomorrow. Tomorrow I will go." This daily promise, this cry of hope against despair, earned him his name. Thruna Aipvr, the saint who would go tomorrow. Finally, mustering all his courage, he made a pilgrimage to a nearby temple at Thirupur. He reached the entrance, his heart pounding with a mix of joy and reverence. But as he looked towards the inner sanctum, his hope turned to anguish. His view of the sacred lingam was completely blocked by the colossal stone statue of Nandi, the Lord's celestial bull. It stood there like a mountain of stone, a divine gatekeeper, seemingly denying the devotee his one desire. Overwhelmed with sorrow, Nandanar fell to his knees. He couldn't offer flowers or riches, so he offered the only thing he had, the pure, unfiltered pain of his devoted heart. He cried out to Lord Shiva, and that cry, born of pure love from a soul society had cast aside, echoed in the heavens. The Lord heard him, and in an act of supreme compassion, Shiva commanded his faithful Nandi, "Move aside, my dear, and let my devotee see me." In an instant, a divine light bathed the stone bull, and the massive statue shifted, creating a perfect, unobstructed view into the sanctum. Nandan collapsed in sheer wonder. The Lord had granted him a divine vision. But Nandanar's ultimate dream remained, to witness the cosmic dance of Lord Nataraja at Chidambaram. He traveled there, his heart filled with the memory of the miracle. But upon arrival, he was met with stern faces. The temple priests, bound by tradition and law, refused him entry. He was, once again, an outsider, standing at the gates of paradise, unable to enter. That very night, Lord Shiva appeared in a dream, not only to Nandanar, but to all the priests of Chidambaram. His cosmic dancing form filled their minds, and his voice boomed with a divine command. "Prepare a sacred fire. Let my devotee Nandanar pass through its flames to purify his mortal vessel. Only then shall he enter my sanctum." The priests awoke in a state of awe and terror, knowing they had received a direct order from the Lord himself. A great sacrificial fire was prepared before the temple. As the flames leaped towards the sky, Nandanar, with the sacred 5-syllable mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, on his lips, calmly walked into the blaze. The crowd watched in stunned silence as the fire consumed him. But then a miracle unfolded. From the heart of the inferno, he emerged, not burned, but reborn. His old form was gone, replaced by a radiant, luminous being, shining with the purity of the heavens. The priests, witnessing this divine transformation, fell at his feet in reverence. Now purified, Nandanar walked past the humbled priests and through the temple gates that had once been closed to him. He entered the sacred inner sanctum of the dancing Lord, walked towards the blinding light of the deity, and in a final glorious moment, he merged with the cosmic radiance. He became one with the divine. The humble soul who always said tomorrow had finally and forever arrived in the eternal now. Thank you for joining us on this profound journey. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales of divine grace. See you next time.